So I decided that I want to grab the arch doors and put them like on my staging area. I got a little bit to move to get to them. Oh, looks like I have a whole bunch of windows to move to get to them. Oh, I might be able to get them out. We'll see. Should have brought a tripod so you could watch me be tortured. Okay, so don't laugh. So I had to move all the windows. I got one door out already. And then I had to move all my frames. Oh, and when you think, I don't need to buy another frame, don't buy another frame. I need to use what I have. So, and then I'm like, well, I have some few project pieces I could be working on right now. So it's good to dig in here. Sometimes you forget what you have. So yeah, I'll have to dig this, and they're heavy. Oh my goodness, are they heavy. So here's where I'm trying to move it to. I've been using this beautiful piece of door that I remade, but I really would just like to sell it because I need to stage stuff on here for eBay and for y'all. But as you see, it takes up room on the top of this, so it has to be short enough to go in front of that. And I love, don't get me wrong, I love the shiplap paneling wall, but white items show up better on this dirty aged cream. We're gonna call it aged cream white. I absolutely love it, but I'm gonna go ahead and this needs power wash, but not until the spring. As you see, we still have snow. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide this out, put those in just for right now, and then at least I'll have them in. Okay, so there we go. I got it in. Chris will probably kill me because I didn't wait for him. How about you all? Do you like wait for your husband to help you, or when you're motivated, you just get out and do it. So, who knows? Tomorrow it could snow. We couldn't get to the barn again, so I was going for it. So that way I have shelf space, and I still have that beautiful patina, and I finally got to use the doors for something. Though it may not be like, yeah, you know, the greatest or anything. But once you just, I'm shooting eBay or finished pictures, I like that look. It just, the creamish white just shows the items, especially if I'm painting white, just a little bit more. This spring, this beast of a mail sorter will get it needs a wash job, and then this extra piece of wood taken off, but that is not a concern right now. I just wanted to be able to stage things. I need to list some things on eBay up for auctions and just to sell, so I wanted to get it done. So for any of you who don't know, this is where the doors go. So in our house, this is the part of the 1851 house that had those rounded doors. Though they don't work in here now, I am happy to get them out of a barn and get to see those beautiful things. But that is where they would have gone. Okay, so today's auction, we bought a mystery box because we saw one piece in it. But the mystery box...
It's a mystery coffin.
It's just, yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it's a coffin shape. So you know the piece had to be good if I was willing to take a chance on this weird, very weird box.
Well, nobody else wanted to buy it either.
Yeah.
So we did get a good deal on it.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pet Cemetery.
I don't know. Okay, we'll take it out and see what's in there.
Light.
It's very heavy. It's very heavy.
There you go.
Oh, it's weird. I know, it's weird, y'all. Okay, so first, well, buttons. An old tape, I love that. We got a whole bunch of buttons. Okay, look at that big old button. Holy cow.
Also, you've been looking for these for your project.
Oh yeah, to try to make more campfire tins. Okay. I think this is a piece of haul, maybe. I don't know, maybe a reproduction. Scratched up. Silver.
And these you've always got to look up because that actually might be real silver.
Yeah, I don't know. The silver guy was there today at the auction, though. I think he would have noticed. Oh, look at, now we have two of those plates.
No, I don't think anybody actually went through this box.
Oh, so Chris and I were, so you're saying that you and I were the only ones that were daring enough to look in the coffin box?
Well, we're not sure if it's, there might be other things in here too.
So,
Mouse or something maybe, we'll see.
I don't know, some old paper.
There's definitely a really, really
99.
nice blanket.
Oh. Okay, he says it's a nice blanket. I mean, it is actually not, I don't know. Piece of milk glass. Very weird. Paw, your coffee's ready. Old book, Red Ashes, Margaret Pedler. Something. Oh, a small
A&W.
A&W root beer. It's a
Or that's for knitting, I think, isn't it?
Oh yeah, for knitting.
Beer glass.
Let me see if I go on this side. I'm at the bad.
Look.
It's
so there's smaller plates for it too.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Hall. I think it would be stamped if it was Hall, but I don't know.
And more.
I don't know. Well, it should have a teacup.
And probably another one, I'm guessing. Do you see a date on the paper?
99.
99?
So for
That's
20...
the year you were born.
Yeah. That'd be our daughter's age. Oh, that's fun. Chris is just quickly unwrapping them and not showing them very well, though.
This is why.
This is why, y'all. You know, it's a piece of restaurant-ware ironstone. It's super heavy. It's just a nice little ironstone bowl. Now, if that all was in here and not broken.
I think it is.
Oh, and the Lazy Susan.
Do you know what those are? Do you remember?
What are
They're
they?
fishbone plates.
No, that's not a fishbone plate.
Isn't that where you put the bones after you're eating a fish?
No, that is a condiment tray that goes on a Lazy Susan. The fishbone plates are a little bit smaller. See? So they should make a circle. There should be, I would say, 5. And then there should be a center bowl to go in the middle of them. Yeah. Hey, we're learning. I see where he was going with that. It's the same thing.
What, those are just individual ones then?
Yeah, the fish bones are individual.
Okay, my bad.
Nope. Or 4. Did I say 5?
You said 5.
4 it'll be. Yeah. Ooh, it's a pretty color. I wonder if there's a maker mark on it. I said 5. So there should be like a center bowl, and it would have been on a Lazy Susan.
And there's the teacups.
There's the teacups. Take these. Have you seen that? Where they take these and they put their string in there, and then they put their little scissors around each one of the sides. Huh. I might have to display that differently. Oh, there's a gray one now. So it's just a mismatch of
colors.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, what that's called.
Yeah.
I can already see that it's going to glow. I don't see it. Not a fast-selling item by any means, these reamers, juicers. Oh, Chris is going to do the glowy light on it. Oh yeah, it definitely glows. Okay, that was what was in the coffin. Not super exciting, but for me, of course, the ironstone bowl. The reamer's nice, though. You know, doesn't necessarily sell. This would be missing its Lazy Susan, and then the middle bowl that would have went in there. And these are a good score, I think. Buttons and tin and yeah.
Well, like you said, you hold on to this till Halloween.
Yeah, there's somebody at auction that would definitely buy that. I don't think it's put together. It's held together by bungee strips.
Well, it's these 2 pieces need to be redone.
Yeah, but we're not doing anything to it. It's just going to go to auction. It's a weird way to buy something. Let's see. Okay, so there wasn't hardly anybody there today, so I got my hands on 2 more
windmills.
Yeah, spinny things. I'm not sure. He thinks the ground's too frozen, but we're gonna go test it out and see if we can put them in the ground if it's thawed just enough. I think I'm going to actually keep them. I think I'm going to do a little area next to our pole barn where we walk out.
They're well made though. I mean, they spin very nice.
Yeah.
And it does match the other one too that you got.
Yeah, the open field, we get a ton of wind, so it's kind of fun. And it's just a blank space going out to the pole barn every day, just looking at all that, all white. So this is my view walking to the studio every day. So it'd be nice to see something along all that white, the outhouse. Well, I'd like to put a garden here.
Where do you want this?
So probably a little bit closer to the outhouse, and then just run them so they don't hit each other. If I don't know how frozen the ground is. Or how many rocks there is. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well. There we go. We'll see what they look like. Okay, so there's 3 of them. 2 are similar. One's a little bit different. They all pretty much have the same base. Yeah, I didn't know how flimsy that. They definitely don't stand upright, do they? Rocks. Rocks are frozen one or the other. I don't know. They might be blocked too much from the wind.
Well, it's not really windy right now. So we'll just fake it.
They are kind of pretty, aren't they? Oh, that one's like, I want to go this direction.
Well, this one is really, might just be the ground I put it in. It's a little better.
Yeah, they'll be pretty. I mean, our plan is to make some garden area over here. Not really a fan of the rocks, and then we'd like to put gutters up there. All in due time. But they're pretty. That one's, the little rusty one's bent a little bit, but see if I can bend it.
What the?
Yeah, do you see which one's bent? I don't know how strong of metal it is.
Is that better?
Oh, that's better. Yep. There we go. Probably should spray them, but I'll let them rust a little bit and then spray them. Okay, we'll unpack the rest and then share with you what we got. So it wasn't a day that it was a major haul by any means. The most exciting was getting opening up the coffin. That sounds funny. Did get some good pieces though. This is just a little crockery piece. It is chipped, but I really like the shape of it. I thought the shape of it was really neat. This is a newer, but it's really pretty, like that sundial type of piece. It's a nice metal piece. So that was a good little, I mean, those two pieces were good. And then I did purchase new in box these little gas pumps. This one's Texaco and a John Deere. And then this was a great score because as you hear them, my two great scores were, of course, the bells. Look at, and I don't think it's missing a bell. It is in wonderful shape. I've never got my hands on a set of horse sleigh bells ever. I really thought I was going to have to fight for them, but everybody was fighting for the metal trucks that Chris wanted to get, the metal toys. So these were a great score. I'll probably get some leather conditioner. They are really on the dry side, and I'd be afraid to play with them too much until I condition that leather a little bit, just so that it doesn't break. I don't think it would, but
It's a really long strand too.
yeah, it's a
I mean, it's
Yeah.
easily 7 foot.
yeah. Oh, I guess it is missing one bell. I may have a replacement bell
Let's take it
actually, but that's not bad. Because, you know, I do have a few of those bells, but that's not bad that it's only missing one. I didn't notice that. And then my other great score, can you tell what it is? I want to say new in box, but it's just in a box. It is a little bendy
It's a music one too.
pixie. And he's a music.
I'll only give it a couple of
I
frames.
know, he's sun faded and He needs a bath. He's not in the best condition, but he's still pretty cute.
And then to have the box, though.
Well, the box
I mean, the box is very bad.
box is pretty much worthless, but yes, he needs, we need to get him cleaned
Yeah, it
up.
looks like he has freckles.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure he's sun faded, but I still was pretty happy with him. And then our last thing is I'm always wanting mini clamps, so that was it.
These are mini.
They are mini. I'm not sure if Chris is excited as I am, but
And we
There
made
you go.
some of our money back because somebody bought one of these off us.
well, I don't even know what those are. It's
They're-
a clamp.
They'd mount onto the table. It's a little mini vice clamp.
Okay. There you go. They were
And we got
minimal.
some screwdrivers.
Chris is more excited about the tools.
Here's some more minis.
Just, yeah, mini clamps, which he doesn't have any of like this style anyway. He
There's
has
actually a bunch.
he has a ton of this style that sometimes, as you saw from my last video, that it's not very convenient sometimes to use. But these would be nice, so why not? We almost forgot. Chris's good score of the day for him were all these pulleys, and I think he's probably going to restore some of them and share with you all how he restores them.
I mean, look at
Yeah, look at that writing.
Starline.
Isn't that not cool? Great decorative piece. I don't know.
Sometimes you'll see the wording on the
Yeah,
wheel.
this has
itself.
some nice. So hopefully he can get a couple of these cleaned up for you all. They make great decor pieces, hanger
This one's
pieces.
very ornate with the. And it actually would have had a wooden shaft that went through it. Also, you could have it that way.
Too close.
You could have a wooden shaft that would go through it too, this way, or a dowel rod, a huge
Yeah.
dowel rod to be able to move
Oh,
along.
look at these two are. Look at me. Like, oh, look at these two are matching, sort of matching. It's not on the top. They're not.
Well, it doesn't have the same.
Yeah. But yeah. So we'll see if he can get a few of those cleaned up for y'all.
Pepper shakers.
So yeah, this box will just go right to auction. I don't really see any value in most of the stuff.
The Avon owl.
The Avon.
Look
no.
at the blingy eyes, though.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's it for $10. It was worth the fun. Get a jewelry box. A couple of these two loaded. You had to buy one of each. You know, this is the auctioneer that does that. But I bought these little pewter figures. They look like they're like you could put them on necklace charms. But because of this little guy, wait till you see him. He's a little movable bunny. Oh, he had my heart. So if it went cheap enough, I would grab him. And then there's a couple ducks. And then a couple angels, a little cow. And I thought somebody would surely enjoy these. And I might be Jesus. I'm not sure. But I bought I bought this because I noticed it had a rosary in it, and you all know that I love rosaries. It's a beautiful, look at that. That is a beautiful rosary. And then Chris bid on, he collects coins, so he got some little, what are they called?
Those are mercury dimes.
Mercury dimes. So he got some mercury dimes, which are silver, right?
Yep.
And then I thought I would take the risk on the jewelry because, you know, you guys just saw our auction when we sent it to auction and it made like $30. So, heck, why not, right? Why not take the chance on something I wanted? Yeah, I'll probably go through it and look to see if there's probably not much that I wear the same pair of earrings every day. I'm not a huge jewelry person. So we'll just send this on to... Aw, I needed this one in my life, though. Cats are people, too. I should take that to my daughter. She has 3 of them. So, there's some foreign coins in here. There's a little bonus for Chris. So, yeah, this is actually... looks like Mexican silver jewelry if there's a pair of it. So I can see why people buy jewelry. Oh, there's another one of those angels that must have went with my pewter set.
Well, let's pull it all out and we'll get back with them and see if we see anything.
Okay, so we took it all out. Lots of little odds and ends. There may be some real gold in here. I don't know. Real pearl. I mean, I don't know. I am not an expert by any means. I know this is like Mexican silver. There was a set of those. But yeah, that's what was in here. So it was fun to go through.
We're like the mailman. Rain, sleet, snow won't keep us from our job.
So day number 2, we went to another auction. So we just went to the one on Saturday. Now you're seeing the one on Sunday. This is one in the same general area as we went to the day before, just a different auction house. And they have a good auction on the last Sunday of the month, which actually was shortened because of the Lions playing. So it was quick, 2-hour auction. They got a lot of things done. But I went because they had a collection that I was hoping to get my hands onto. But I'll save that collection to last and share with you the other things that we got to come home with. It was a good auction. It was a good day. Unfortunately, the weather was a little bit iffy. It was slushy. So I don't think there was as much of a turnout as there normally would have been. Probably one, because of the weather, and 2, because of the Lions playing, and they usually would have probably ran into like the pregame of the game. So let's see what we got. So first of all, I got my hands on, I usually can never, hardly ever touch Pyrex, and I got these beautiful olive green Pyrex casserole dishes. The lids are actually on the bottom, and then there's a couple little bowl sets like this. I don't remember the pattern right offhand. I am not like a huge, like, I don't get Pyrex very often, but I thought this was in pristine, great shape. So it's like a 2 and 2 here. So of that color, and then of this a little bit smaller. And like I said, we have a couple little casserole dishes, and it does have the lids on these 2. But loved getting my hands on some of that fun olive green color. I do have a space in one of my booths that I like to keep some Pyrex in. Then going on another Pyrex bowl, this one came up for bid, and it does have a little boo-boo right there. But I have never seen a Pyrex bowl like this. So I took the chance on that bowl because I've never seen one in that pattern. And at this auction house, like, my phone goes dead. I can't do any researching. I'm like SOS on my phone. There's nothing whatsoever. So I don't know. I haven't even looked up this bowl at all, but we'll find out. And then I wanted this grouping because I wanted to get this. I love these sponge frogs, and I just thought that's probably the best painted one. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a McCoy, which is not. It's a handmade piece, but very well done, very well glazed. The eyes are amazing. The color inside is amazing. And then all these other little pieces came with it, which I know nothing about, and it could be the same artist. I don't know. And then I did get some brass tags. The last time I saw a set like this come up, it was for the Shipshawana auction, and the bidding started at $100, so I wasn't even in the bidding. And nope, I didn't even pay a quarter of that. So they have beautiful numbers on them. Oh, beautiful, just look at that one. That is so cool. Oh, love them. There's something about numbers. So cool. Let me see if it'll focus in. There we go. And then Chris got this beauty. Look at this clock. Y'all know that he loves mantle clocks. Look at this clock. I'll get a little closer for you. He's going to see if he can get it to chime. They had it on. They had some amazing clocks. And y'all know he's all about the chimes.
This will be the big one. If you come around here, you can see it chiming. However, the pendulum's supposed to be moving.
Oh, well, it's not. It probably needs to be hooked onto that, maybe. I don't know. It's beautiful. That is like a big piece of metal, isn't it?
Well, it might not be level. I think it needs to be tilted back just a little bit.
But still cool. He likes to play with them. Okay, sorry about our messy floor in our garage, but it's winter and we park in our garage. So look at this Oliver tractor front. The color had me. That color is everything. Oh my gosh. Now I've never bid on one before. They're usually very rusty, crusty, which I love, but there was just something about this one and its color. Oh my gosh. So you see a little bit of that green left on there with that yellow. The screen is intact. Now we're trying to decide if we're going to resell it or keep it for ourselves, because it was a little bidding war, but I just absolutely loved it. And luckily they stopped right where what my mental would have been. And if you're wondering, yeah, I gave $200 for this piece. Whether I overpaid or underpaid, I don't know, but we absolutely loved it. Even though we just bought one of these at the not 2 auctions ago. It wasn't the last auction. 2 auctions ago.
2 weekends ago.
This one is beautiful too. This one, other than having like a few little chips that we can take some of that colored wax and fix, there's no key to it, but it has beautiful keyholes.
And we might have a key.
Yeah, the inside is pristine as it can be. I mean, they always tell a story because they're old, but it's just it's a nice size little entry desk, a little extra space.
It's even got the foot.
Somebody had little Look at the little skinny legs on it. It's so pretty. It has so much little detail on it. So the other one needs a little bit more work that we got, but this one's not too bad at all. And then y'all know if cracks go reasonable enough, we're going to pick up some cracks, even though this one I paid up on. I love that wire. It's not cracked. I don't know if that's the original lid or not, if it was supposed to be a butter churn.
No, I got to think that's the original lid.
I'm still on
the color is the same, and it fits perfect.
I know, but I don't know. Maybe, Anyway, it's not cracked. It's got the wire handles on it. It's not cracked. Usually they are cracked. So I did pay up on that one. May keep that one, may resell it. You never know. And then these two went, one is cracked, one's not cracked. But cracks are a nice selling item. They don't sell extremely fast, but they are a nice eye catcher in our booth. So the reason I was willing to travel in slushy snow is the set behind me. I really wanted to get. I had never, like, I've seen 1 or 2 pieces of it, but I've never seen like the whole set like this before. And I was praying. I know one other reseller that I know owns an antique shop that she usually is at this auction house, but she wasn't there today. So that's what I got. Oh my gosh, is that not a beautiful jadeite? Now this they sold separately. These 3 they sold separately, and then these they sold all as a set because of, where is the one little, right here?
Yeah.
Because it said $3 a set on this tag. The gentleman said that he had unwrapped it from the wrapping paper.
Was helping out at the auction, unwrapped this stuff, and it was in a newspaper. It was dated 50 years ago, he said. And on the side of it, it was sold as a set back in the day for $3.
So I did fight a little bit over it, and I had like an idea in my mind because I had researched the pieces already on eBay before I went to know what was a reseller's price. And I didn't even come close to it.
No.
So anyway, that was a wonderful set. And then like a little bonus set of the square.
It's salt and flour, so it is missing some pieces.
Yeah, this is what it is. But a collector's, they need cleaned. They should glow. They should be old enough that they glow. We'll have to get a glowy light for them to see if they glow. But that was my whole. I was like, please don't be a blizzard again, because I really want to get over there and try to get these. So they should glow. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. And I've never.
And those 2 do also.
I've had square ones. I've never had this shape. I've definitely never had a coffee or a sugar.
A tea.
Or, yeah, coffee, tea, sugar, flour, salt and pepper, but I've only ever got a hold of that shape. So that was quite a score for me anyway today. I was pretty excited. So that's when we came home, day 2 of going to auctions. Like I said, we don't do Goodwill. I don't have time to go to estate sales, so auctions, when we can find something that we're interested in auctions, that's what we do. That's how we find the stuff to make over and resell. So you know how that goes. When you're a home decor lover, one, you're probably constantly shopping, or like me, you're going to thrift stores, auctions, estate sales. We're not quite into garage sale season here in Michigan quite yet. But another thing that we also do, along with the shopping, is we're constantly looking and seeing inspiration via Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. So, which, then leads you for the hunt. Or sometimes the hunt is in your own stash. So just recently I ran across, I think it was an Instagram post, and I'm like, oh, I think I have all that stuff, So I go out and I gather it, and I have a love of old wood. And so I have a buffet to prove that. So the next thing I know, I'm in my stash, as you can see, some more old wood. And actually, this was part of my inventory. A few years ago, we had gone to an auction, and I don't know if they ever really sold antiques, but they had a lot of antiques. So many antiques that it took them 2 different weekend sales to sell all their items. So a lot of this wooden items, they're still pretty, but they're not items that necessarily sold. So they've just kind of been hanging out in my inventory, but I like them, and I don't want to donate them, and I don't want to send them to an auction. I just like to hoard on them. So when I saw this inspiration, I'm like, yes, I have all that stuff. I can put this together. I've been wanting to change out my island. Our island is kind of huge. It's got a glass top on it, which is kind of modern for my primitive farmhouse, cottagecore, antique-y. I don't know what my trend is or my label is. I just, we like what we like, so I don't know why we have to label it. But anyway, so I'm going to share with you how I'm going to decorate my island. because really all my island has on it is a glass bottle, which doesn't seem very exciting, does it? So yes, I had all the items in my stash. So the post that I saw, like the lady had, I don't even know how she uses her island because she had, or uses her countertop because she had so much decor on it. I don't really want that ton of decor because when I do cook, I want to cook, or when I do bring groceries in, I want a place to put my groceries. Our island tends to be like a catch-all throughout the week. Things get brought in. I don't know about you. We all have resting places, and the island just kind of seems to be our resting place. So I don't want anything like, I mean, I can't have a bigger piece because it's so large, but I want to contain it, like, you know, a tray, a tiered tray, Lazy Susan, anything like that. You know, that's what makes them, it's like the little collection all together. So that if I do need to move something off to use the island, then I only have to grab one thing. So the tote idea, let me spin you. So the tote idea is wonderful. And then I had all the wooden items. I was so excited to do this because I can't pass up an old wooden old toolbox. I know the totes were used as toolboxes a lot, and I had to kind of stop myself from buying them because they don't really sell as fast as I was buying them. So I'm like, okay, because I probably have 6 in my stash, and they're larger items. So you know, or they were painted or something like that. So it takes up a lot of room. So why don't I stop talking to y'all and share with you how I'm going to stage it on my island. I'm so excited that I ran across this post because I kind of have been hanging out trying to figure out, and it may not even look good when I get it there. You know how that is. You're like, oh, well, I thought that was going to look. So I hope it turns out amazing. So here's my island. Here it is. So all I have on it is this glass bottle that I got at an auction. It's nothing fancy. It's blue. I can't say that it normally, like, you know, it just kind of disappears with all the rest of my decor. The windows are all open, trying to let some light in here. The cats love to look out. It is a very busy road, so you'll see cars going by. But yes, the island has a glass top, and I leave it that way. It's protecting the butcher block. That does not bother me, which is probably what kind of makes it a little bit like more modern. But yeah, so this is like my view, and I have been wanting to add something to it because you don't really notice the glass bottle at all on the top of this. It's just there. So I really needed to bring some other decor pieces in. So let's see how this looks. So I'm not really sure which angle to do this at, but you know, this is an older bottle. I am a reseller, so I can resell stuff. Sometimes I hoard on to it for a little bit, but I can't envision this anywhere else. And somebody else, you know, that's the fun of being a reseller, is we're constantly buying. So if we're constantly selling, then we can buy more. Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. So we'll set that off to the side. So since this was already in my inventory, it's clean, so I don't really have much to do to it other than, yeah, it's going to take up a big section of the island, which is wonderful, I think. Tall enough that you, or short enough you'll be able to see over. So let's get the wooden items in and see. Rolling pins. Went through a stage where I could not pass up a rolling pin to save my life. I painted rolling pins. I put decals on rolling pins, you know, embellished them. But really being in an antique mall, I can't say that people were buying the ones that didn't have the original painted ends. People take lots of pictures of our crafts in our booth, that's for sure. But yeah, so I had some natural handled ones that I could have painted. I wouldn't paint like something like that because this is a hand carved one. I could have painted this, but you know, I don't know. You know, sometimes it's just nice to have just the wood. And in my old house, I did have like a crock just with these. Actually, they had price tags on, so if like some sold in my booth, I would like grab one out of there. So let's see how. Okay, so let me go with my second tallest items, which are some mashers. There again, you know, they're nice items. They're not items that necessarily are going to sell fast, you know, or even if at all. So just kind of layering it. Like this style I could probably sell. Probably didn't even know I had that one in there. The colored, like the green, the black. I don't see too many of these mashers with red handles, but I do see that color. And then a big old mallet. That's a big old mallet, that's for sure. Then, oh my goodness, how many of these juice mashers do I have? I don't know. I don't think I necessarily bought them, picked them up per se, as they probably came in lots of something that I purchased. Now, I was picking up the ones that had the point on them to make Christmas trees 2 years ago now. So I know that I didn't, you know, I tried not to terribly reproduce. As a crafter, it's hard not to reproduce a craft. And then wooden. I only had one wooden spoon. I must have some out in my shop, my studio. So got wooden spoons. We have some butter scoops. Oops. The butter scoops. I do have a lot of this wooden stuff in my booth. So can imagine what I have here, what's in my booth in the little cubby. So, but yeah, there we go. We just have a collection of wooden stuff. Oop, I didn't get that one in very well. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it grows on me. We'll see how I fill it. I feel like it could use some more spoons. I feel like I could overflow it. Okay, let me take the camera down and show you. Okay, well there it is. It would probably look better, yes, if we didn't have the glass top, but I'm not taking that glass top off. It protects the butcher block underneath. It was already there, so it is staying. So I like it. You know, everything new has to grow on you, but I love the pop of wood because I have lots of pops of wood at my house. So yeah, I think some more spoons. I'm sure that I can find some of those somewhere. So we'll see. I wonder if Chris will notice. Do y'all wonder when you change things around if your spouse will notice or not? No, I like it.
Thank you, Shelly from Florida. I believe it's Florida. Yep.
Yeah, Shelly's in Florida. I know who she is. She watches.
She sent me this little Stanley plane. And I think she said on the barn she was cleaning up.
She wrapped them
taped
well.
them really well.
Oh, that one's cool.
And that's an old Craftsman plane.
Oh, wow.
Plane. They were usually called the handyman.
The handyman?
Yeah, it needs the ball, but I probably have that. It's a little piece of wood that goes on the front.
Thank you,
Thank
Shelly.
you.
So thank you so much for watching the Journey channel today. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, we usually find some type of an auction. to go to. Just happened to be one day, one the next day. Yeah, yeah, some great finds there. And I always like to share some kind of a DIY that we're doing in our house, and if not, some kind of way that I got inspired to decorate. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thank you for stopping by, checking out what Chris and I are up to in our daily lives behind the scenes of being a YouTuber. We really appreciate each and every one of you, and if you're new and you're checking out this channel and you stayed to the end, y'all know that I get more views than I have subscribers. So please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know I uploaded a new video. That really helps this channel grow. It yeah, more than you'll ever know by hitting that subscription button. So it's not just a number. So thanks again for watching. We will see you next time, guys, and you can see what Chris and I are up to. Bye.